We're now going to look into some cardiovascular assessments, and the first one is a 12-minute run test. So this is also known as the Cooper test, and it tests the client's aerobic capacity and their cardiovascular endurance. Basically, it's the maximum amount of distance someone can run in 10 minutes, and it's going to give an estimate of VO2 max. There is no test besides actually having the device on your face that will test your true VO2 max. But this is a really useful test and can be useful for a number of different things. So really good for clients who are specifically training to improve their endurance or their athletic performance. Really good before a training program really kicks off as a baseline measure of current cardiovascular capacity. Post-training can really tell how much someone has improved their aerobic capacity and overall endurance, and could be useful in weight loss and health goals for clients. So a general improvement of cardiovascular health and is an improvement in this run. So it's a really good test for that. So 5-10 minute warm up, light jogging, some mobility work, whatever the client likes to do to make themselves feel good before a run. Now, you can do it in a couple of different ways. You can do it with a track where an open space can be easily recorded, or using a treadmill. Okay, and with the treadmill, I like the treadmill because the client can push it a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder based on the time. So the clients to start at a steady, comfortable pace, and then what they should do is they should boost it up over time. We want to see the maximum distance they can run. Now, they should be able to run the full 12 minutes, which is why we don't go for maximum speed straight away, because they're going to slow down. And then after 12 minutes, stop the test. If it's on the treadmill, it's really easy to work out the distance that they run, and that's the result we use to measure. So it's basically the distance covered during 12 minutes in kilometers, okay? And you basically use it, estimate it on the formula. VO2 max equals, in brackets, 22.351 times distance in kilometers minus 11.288, and that gives an estimate of the client's aerobic capacity. Is it perfect? No, but it's a score, and if we improve their parameters and how far they run, they're going to improve their VO2 max anyway. So ideally, a client should have a steady, consistent pace when they're doing it. So say they're running at 12 kilometers hours, they stick it. If they're finding at 3 minutes in, 12 kilometers easy, they can push up a little bit. You don't want to have them slow down in this. Make them focus on breathing as they're doing it, and they should be running with good technique. Now, there will be fatigue at the end of it, and their technique may go off a little bit. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It is a test. Now, the main problems we see are people start to test too fast and tire out too early. They start running at full pelt, and then they drop really, really quickly. So unnecessary and totally destroys their results. And then people will shallow breathing and hold their breath, although that's not very common. Poor running form can happen, but we're not here to correct running form. We're testing their aerobic fitness, and we can improve running efficiency, which will help anyway. And then not pacing for distance is the most common one that people do. People will always overestimate their capacity in this rather than underestimate. So if a client can run over 2.5 kilometers or 2.4 kilometers more, they have excellent fitness, good level of endurance. Continue, do some aerobic work, some high intensity interval training or long distance training to maintain and improve endurance capacity if needed. There's lots of different options for programming. If someone's got average performance, okay, they just need to build up their capacity, okay, so between 2 to 2.3. So they need some moderate intensity aerobic, steady state runs or intervals. That's it. And if someone is really poor, they need low intensity steady state as their way to build it up. You don't do high intensity steady state until someone's got the aerobic system to tolerate it. Now, a couple of other tests you could do. You could do the Rockport walk test if someone doesn't have the aerobic capacity. You can do VO2 max testing in a lab. And also don't do it with clients with with chronic conditions or joint issues, as they can't do it because it'll hurt. And clients who are new to exercise, I probably wouldn't do it because it's not a useful test because, again, you've done nothing to improve their metrics. They're going to get better no matter what they do.